All right, talking about functional harmony songwriting for guitar players. Welcome back. So up to now, what we've been talking about is relative keys, and we've just been using the key of C major relative to the key of A minor. So the chords in the key of C major are C, D minor, E minor, F, G, A minor, B diminished, and C, a chord that's built on each degree of the C major scale, being C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and C. Now, when we look at its relative minor key, the relative minor to the chord of C would be, but that's also the relative minor of an entire A minor key that can be found in the scale of C. So if we start the scale of C on A, up with an A natural minor scale or an A Aeolian mode, same thing. All right, so and in the key of A minor, we have a 1 chord of A minor, a 4 chord of D minor, a 5 chord of E minor, and back to the 1 chord of A minor. The key of A minor and keys of A minor and C major are called relative because they share the same melodic DNA, if you will. The same notes make up the keys, right? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Same notes make up the same key. Okay. Now, what we want to do is take a look at how this relates to another key, because you don't want to be stuck in C major for forever, right? And so in the scale of G, because we want to maintain the relationship of tone, semitone, tone, and semitone, right? We have the notes G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp in order to maintain tone, semitone, semitone, and G. So the key of G has an F sharp in it. I advise you very strongly to learn the G major scale in open position. Right, so the G major scale has an F sharp in it. Yeah, that's up to you. Okay, and now if we do the relative minor of G, it's exactly the same relationship as it is with C. That's A minor to C. With the key of G, it's E minor and G major are the closely related relative keys, right? Okay, now if we play the G major scale starting from an E, we have an E Aeolian mode. Okay, now let's take a look at the chords in the key of G. The chords are G major, A minor, B minor, C major, D major, E minor, F sharp diminished, and G. You'll notice that F sharp diminished looks suspiciously like a D7 chord. That's intentional. All right. So in the key of G major, we have the 1, 4, and 5 chord are G, 4, 5, and 1. The relative minor key is going to be E minor, and then the 4 chord of E minor is A minor, and the 5 chord of E minor is B minor. Remember that each major key also encompasses a relative minor key. Okay, so E minor, A minor is the 4 chord, B minor is the 5. Listen. Relative major. Right, so we have a 1, 4, 5 in major, the 1 we call tonic, the 4 we call subdominant, the 5 we call dominant, and back to the 1 tonic. Have the same thing that's happening in the relative minor. Tonic, subdominant, B minor is the dominant, and E minor is the tonic. You'll notice that each of these chords falls under a specific category, a specific functioning category, which is tonic, resolution. Subdominant requires resolution, but is not terribly tense, and the dominant requires the most resolution of all because it's particularly tense, and it usually resolves back to the 1 chord. This kind of thinking is really a big deal for those of you who want to think harmonically, think in a way that you can manipulate your chord progressions to take them where they want to go. Remember, the ideal function of a chord progression is to support a melody, right? And remember again that we have derived all of these chords from the melodic material of a scale. So the scale is going to be expressed in single notes. To a large extent, it will be expressed in single notes within the melody. Now, all of the chords, here's another word for you. All of the chords and all of the notes that we have used thus far are diatonic. Diatonic, very important word. Diatonic means according to the scale. So all the chords that we have derived here, G major, A minor, you know, the 1 chord, 2 chord, 3 chord, 4 chord, 5 chord, 6 chord, and 7 chord, are derived only from the notes of the major scale. And the notes of the major scale fall in the order of tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. In other words, and I'll let you wrap your head around this, all major scales, a common major scale in every key, are exactly the same. They only start in a different place. Now, if chords are an what happened there? If chords are an expression of the a harmonic expression of the melodic material, namely scales, then the chords are going to work the same in every key. They're just going to have different letter names. Okay, I'll let you wrap your head around all that stuff. Remember the word diatonic, remember the word functional harmony, and remember the words tension and resolution. The link to the diagrams here, which I hope will jog your memory, and you can use them along with listening, and you know, print them off and maybe have a good read and a good think about what's there. Also, I need your comments. I need your direction, because that's why I'm here. And that's what makes the membership aspect of this different. When you write me a comment, I'm going to get back to you. And because what I look at this as is teaching, right? I need to know that I'm teaching you something, and something that's of value to you. So I'd really appreciate that. And just take a few moments to do that for me. Thank you very much. And we'll see you real soon.